G'day, my name's Josh. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to go in a little deep dive into Keystone with AI in this video. I gave a little demo in my last video. Check that out. I've made some minor improvements since then, and keen to show you what I came up with. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like and subscribe. But let's jump in. Okay, this is my little demo on the Hill Drama Club site that I built using Keystone and Next on Vercel. If you want to see more about that, check out my other videos. But let's dive in and have a look. We can go to the student portal. You can see here that I've got no students. And if I jump over to the Keystone admin UI, there's no students in there. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to go to enroll using chat. And I'm going to say, hello, can you enroll my son? And it's going to go check. It'll check if there's any students in my account already, which there's not. And if there's not, it's going to give me a form to fill out. Now, I've gone with a form here because I'm trying to avoid giving the AI too much information, too much personal identifiable information like date of birth and surname. So we're just going to give it like first name and age once we get there. So let's go with Jimmy Doe, and we'll still put in a birth date, 2012, and we're just going to add that. And so that's using Keystone in the background to save that. It's not going through AI at all. But now that I've then passed that ID back to AI, it's able to then look up in Keystone which lessons is available to enroll in. So it's going to say, which day is going to be most suitable. So let's go with Monday is best, I think. Okay, it's going to narrow that down. And let's go with number 1. Okay, it's going to say, would you like to enroll another student or, can we help? So I can go through the process again. I can enroll another student, or I can say, I enroll Jimmy in another class. And here's some additional classes that we can go with. So let's go with number 3. And there we go. We have students enrolled. So if we come over here, we refresh Keystone. And we can see that Jimmy has been created, and Jimmy has 2 enrollments there. We can jump in and see those 2 related enrollments, and they're pending so they can be approved by whoever needs to. All right, let's jump in and have a look at the code then. So if we jump into the code again, repo link in the description. Feel free to pull that down, have a play with it. I've also put a link to the demo there. You can jump in and have a go of that as well. So if we have a look in here in the source app dashboard, so this is the Next.js app directory dashboard, students, and then this chat folder. So here we've got our page, which is using use client, and we've got the setup here. And yeah, you can see here that I've put a tool here of create student. So when our tool name is create student, we go through the create student process, and that uses server actions here to, on the student form, uses form action here, use action state in Next.js 15 and React 19. If you want to hear more of that, maybe like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you'd like to go in a deep dive to how I've done this form action. But back to create student. So here, if we have a look at the API route, you'll see that I'm using Stream Text and OpenAI. And we've got our tool descriptions here, our tool setups. So create student is a client-side tool, and that's the one that just pops the form up for the user. Then we have get students, which is going to get a list of students using our context.graphql. Now on this endpoint, I'm using auth.js to get my put the session in the Keystone context. So all of my access control is valid across all of these endpoints. So I can only access and hand over to AI what this user is actually authorized to access. If there's no session there, we'll just turn an unauthorized. So it's going to only return the students that the user that's currently logged in has access to, no more, no less. And it's only going to pass through, like I said, the first name and the age. And I wanted to avoid passing through date of birth and those kind of things. So in my last demo video, I was filling out the whole form with date of birth and everything, but decided to move away from that just to not like I said, not give AI too much information. So that's to get the available students. And then to get the lessons, we pass through the student ID. So this then lets Keystone look up the student ID and only return the lessons that are valid for that student. So that involves like if it's greater than the student age or less than the student age for min and max year. And so that will then only return to the AI what actually is available for the student to enroll in, and then this is the payload that we're sending back then that the AI can read description and day of week and those kind of things to then ask the user what they would like. So we've got the term, the lesson ID that we pass through. So then this one here, our enroll student in lesson, this is what is the tool to use to actually enroll the student in the lesson. So this one needs the student ID, which it's got back there, and the lesson ID, which it gets through the get available lessons. And once we do that, again, we go through we update the student through our enroll student in lesson GraphQL query, and yeah, we return success if that's all done. So yeah, let's have a quick look at this create student tool. Like I said, this doesn't have an execute, so it's just a client-side one, which then we can look at the tool invocations on the front end to then get, if we're at the create student tool, then we can return that tool. The user can then put it in. We've got this add result, which from create student passes back the student ID. So we set the student ID. We set the student ID and pass that back to AI so that the AI has both the student ID to then look up the lessons that it needs and keep going. So if the user already has, if we have a look here, if the user already has some students enrolled, it will students created. It will pick those up and ask, which one, if there's multiple, which one we'd like to go with, and then go through a similar process to what we saw. All right, so that's my deep dive into Keystone and OpenAI with Vercel's AI SDK. If you liked, make sure you like this video and leave me a comment if you'd like to know more, maybe go deeper into a particular area. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, thanks for watching.